I had arranged a flight from Oakland to, I think, Baltimore, Washington Airport. Nice cheap way to get to the East Coast. Had bought a ticket through a travel agent, paper ticket. Went up to the usual place where you check your bags and check in your ticket, etc. And was going through the whole normal litany. And when they got to the ID question, I declined. And at the time I had a California driver's license, but so I declined to show it. And the desk clerk was taken aback a little bit, but she made a phone call or two and basically said, well, here, I'll give you a boarding pass that says to search you well with SSSS on it. And I don't guarantee you'll get on the plane. They might search you. They might demand your ID somewhere at the security or at the gate or somewhere, but at least you'll be out of my hair, basically. And so I went through the security gates and had no trouble there. They didn't ask for an ID. They wanded me because the metal detector went off, but they never found any metal on me. Let me go anyway, even though they hadn't found it. And I got out to the gate, and it was a little bit of a madhouse at the gate. The flight was overbooked, and there were long lines. They had set up sort of a table next to the jetway where they were pulling some people aside and looking through their carry-on bags and demanding IDs of them. And when eventually I got into that line, the guy who was running that part of it, whose name I think is Reggie Walls, sort of looked me over and talked to his supervisor and said, well, I'm not going to let you on. And I said, why? And he said, well, it's because you said you have an ID, but you wouldn't show it to me. And I said, what does that mean if I had left it at home? I'd be on the plane now? He said, oh, I didn't say that. But it sort of typified just how arbitrary and ridiculous the rules were. They didn't let me on the plane. They gave my seat to another person, and the plane left. And the way I left it at the gate was that I would go back and try to rebook on another plane in a different part of the airport. So I, walked away from the gate. They weren't shadowing me or calling cops on me or anything. And ultimately decided that the best thing to do would be to try another airline in another airport and see if I could go that way. I decided to go to the San Francisco airport and take a United flight instead. And that was a little bit more interesting experience. At that airport, I never got beyond the ticket counters.